So today we're looking at a DeWalt 20 volt max tool. This is of course a 6.5 inch circular saw. This is a DCS393. It's a nice little circular saw. It comes with of course battery, comes with the blade and such to put it all together. Really kind of a sweet little system. And I wanted to kind of show you a couple of things with it and talk to you about a couple of things that I'm going to be doing a little differently with it. First off, one thing I really like, we've got just a little 2 amp hour battery. We should be using a 4 amp hour battery because we want to make sure it lasts longer, but for demonstration purposes we'll use it too. What I do like about this which is pretty cool, actually I'll take the battery back out. Now I'll go with it. Is that this has the ability to be left or right handed. You can be either one and run this successfully. You see on the handle that there's a little safety switch here. I can access that safety switch from one side or the other. It's basically a pass-through safety switch. So if I'm right-handed, well in this case if I'm using my left hand, I can push that down with my thumb and then pull the trigger. If I'm using my other hand, I can push that down with my thumb and pull the trigger, and we're good to go. So that's kind of a cool feature. Not all circular saws have that ability to be left or right-handed. And of course, depending upon how you're using it, if I'm right-handed, which is, I can see it really quite well. If I'm left-handed, I can't see it quite well that way, but then I'm back to the traditional way that we used to look at circular saws as right-handers, where we had to look down through the opening, which works, but really one of the greatest advantages of having the blade on the left side for a right-hander is that I can watch the blade walk right through the wood very easily, and it's a little more difficult, but not impossible the other way. So the tool comes with a 6.5 inch DeWalt blade. Now this is kind of a multi-purpose blade that could be used for paneling, it could be used for plywood, it could be used for doing wood cut as far as 2x4s and 2x6s. They're okay. This is what comes with the kit. I would highly recommend that you spend a few dollars and go buy yourself the next step up in blades from DeWalt. I have a couple of their step-up blades that are multi-purpose, but they're a better quality blade than what comes with the kit. This will work for 90% of the homeowners, but I like to have just a little bit cleaner cut and a little more teeth to my saw blade, so I usually grab a second one. But what I really do like about this blade is that it's a very thin curve. It's not a very fat blade, it's very thin, so that makes it easier to go through the 2x4s, 2x6s, and it also means that you're having less waste of your wood. So you're not having, you know, 1/8 of an inch that's going to be lost every time you make a cut. So that's a cool feature about this blade. And again, for most people, this blade is going to work well and last them a long time. But I like to get a higher end carbide blade to put in my saws because that makes the saws cut easier, cut better, and of course saves the battery, makes them last longer. But it's a very cool circular saw, and we're going to go and do some cutting with this and kind of demonstrate exactly how it works and how well it goes through different types of wood. Again, this is DCS393. We'll put links in the description below so you can check this out. This is John Young with the Weekend Handyman.